Hey, what's up everybody? Dr. LeGrand here, and today we're going to be talking about ADHD and video games and why we can focus so well on a video game but have such a hard time when it comes to anything else. Our brain just goes all over the place. So let's talk about that right after this intro. Welcome back, my Optimal Mind performers and my Optimal Mind leaders. I'm Dr. LeGrand. I grew up with ADHD and dyslexia, and today we're going to be talking about ADHD and video games. And if you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button because we talk about everything about ADHD health, as well as personal development, strategies, work-life balance, all those kind of things as far as when it comes to anything with mental health and issues within that area. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and also give us a thumbs up if you like this video. I grew up, love video games. I still love video games. I actually really love Nintendo. And one game in particular that I absolutely love is Zelda. Can you guys relate? Give me a thumbs up if you guys like Zelda or Nintendo, if you're a Nintendo fan, who my fans are when it comes to Nintendo. I know it's kind of a kid thing, but hey, I still love it. And I remember I had the NES game of Zelda, the very first one. It wasn't mine, and so I didn't really play it as much, but my very first one was Ocarina of Time. And why I loved it so much, and I would be so engaged with it, is because I love the adventure and just exploring and be able to kind of see all the different things that you could do within playing in that video game. And so I actually, when I was a kid, I would pick weeds for my dad just to save up money just for this game because I really wanted it. And once I got it, I was like, oh yes. And I would spend hours and hours just totally engaged. But when it came to schoolwork or anything else, I had a hard time with that because that was not interesting to me. What I think for a lot of us who have ADHD, why we can be so engaged with something like a video game is because it's something interesting. And I look at this, especially Zelda, it was all about an adventure and be able to actually go and experience this. I felt like, I could leave the world and be part of something that was so exciting. And that's why I loved it so much. And even still today, I even have a Switch and I still don't get much time with it anymore these days, but I still do love Nintendo. I'm a big fan of it. Looking at what I've been doing, how you can actually incorporate how us ADHD people actually love video games and actually can be so engaged in how we can actually incorporate it into real life. So it really comes to being interested in something just that excites you just as much. That also is like a video game. So for me, I'm really passionate about health, but also a lot of business stuff. That kind of really piques my interest, and I kind of treat it like a video game to be able to actually learn and create new things, be able to create things for my business, be able to come up with new treatment plans for patients and stuff like that. That to me is like a video game. Now that isn't going to be for like everybody else, but you need to find your video game. What is your video game in real life that you can actually have an interest and peak interest in? That is where some people struggle to be able to find that, because I think for a lot of us, why we are so engaged in video games is because it's an adventure. Just like my experience going through Zelda, and anytime there's a new Zelda game, I love it because it's a new adventure to be able to go through and learn new things and discover new things. And for me, and that's why I chose to be an entrepreneur, because I actually could set my course as an experience and it's a new journey. So it excites me. And that's something that you should be thinking about, if especially have ADHD, is what are things that excite you? Create a list of things that really excite you and try to cater towards that, where you start actually doing jobs that are more related to that, or starting your own business, or even doing a side hustle where you can actually cater towards your journey, your adventure, your type of video game that actually excites you, that you can make a living off of, as well as be happy with your life and be able to enjoy things versus doing a job, a dead-end job that you just hate, and you get bored of it and decide to just move on. I know it's easier said than done, but taking this concept alone of why us people with ADHD love video games and can be super focused with it because it's something that we're interested in. It's something like me being very interested in Zelda and going through those adventures. You have to find something that also interests you in real life. And that could be difficult, but it can be done. You just got to put your mindset, like I said, create a list, be able to find things that you already are interested in now and see how you can actually create a career or a job around that and be able to go forward in your life to become successful. So I know this was a weird, interesting video, but I saw this in a comment in one of the Facebook groups on ADHD support and thought I would address this. And I thought this could be really beneficial for you guys. But if you are new and have not downloaded my free guide yet on ADHD, it goes over all the labs that you should be running if you have ADHD, also nutrient supplements, all those things that could be helping you with your ADHD, and you can download that in the description below. Till next time, this is Dr. LeGrand signing out. And remember, you have an optimal mind. Thanks. Bye.